Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. Today I will be building this E-75 with a 128mm gun by Modelcollect in 1/72nd scale. So, as you can see, I've already opened the box and I'm checking all the interior. This kit already has some parts cut off because I got it from a friend and I built it because he is not really into this hobby and he gifted it to me, so thank you. And now let's get on with the building process. One thing that I would like to add is the fact that this kit actually comes with photo etch, which is very nice, and also it's really easy to put together and the fitment is absolutely brilliant, so I would really give this a shot if I were you. Here you can see a mock-up of how the kit will actually look in the end without the actual gun glued on. I used standard super glue for all of the photo etch parts and it all went together perfectly. As you can see with these handles right here, my photo etch bending skills are not that good right now, but I think I did a pretty decent job with it. And I actually lost one of them and I had to use another photo etch piece from this kit. So you can see that one of the bars will be slightly thicker than the others. One thing that I could have added, but I didn't, would be a cast hull armor texture with some Tamiya putty mixed with some cement, but I skipped that step. Here is the fully built up turret in all of its glory. So I think this is the perfect moment to start talking about the history of this tank. So the E-75 or the E-75 Standard Panzer was intended to be the standard heavy tank as a replacement of the Tiger II, hence why some people might call it the Tiger III. So the E-75 would be part of the E-series or the Entwicklung series from Germany. And it was a late World War II attempt by Germany to produce a standardized series of tank designs, and these would come in all classes of tanks, from the E-10, which was a light tank, E-25 tank destroyer, E-50 medium, E-75 heavy, and the E-100 super heavy. None of the tanks were built to a functioning order, so there are only the papers that confirm their existence, but there were hulls found for the E-100, for example. Now onto a less pleasant step for me personally, which are the wheels, and in this case, fortunately, the wheels are one piece except for these sprockets and the wheels that you see right there next to the sprockets. can see the way the wheels are aligned, it's very similar to the Tiger 2 or the Tiger 1. Here are all the pieces of the tank, including the tracks, which are rubber, but you can actually do plastic tracks, but they are not workable, so I would recommend the rubber tracks in this case, since they are quite durable and very flexible. Now, as Model Minute would say, it's time to prime, and in this case I'm using this Tamiya XF1 flat black color to prime the entire model. After the model has been fully primed and the paint has dried, I'll be using this mix of two Revell colors, the ochre and the Lufthansa yellow, to make the base layer of the paint. Don't come asking about the painting ratio, I have no idea, I am eyeballing everything, and this is why sometimes the paint comes out a bit sploshy and a bit watery, which is quite annoying, but I don't have an exact ratio for any of my paints that I do. After the paint has fully dried, you can see that it is much less yellow and it actually looks a sandy color. As for the camouflage, I will be brush painting it with this dark green color, also by Revell, and I have no ratio for my brush paints either, but I know I thin them with water to about the consistency of milk, or at least I try to get them that consistency, but I always feel like I have them a bit too thick and it leaves some messes in some places. You will be able to see that later on. Now for the final camo color, I'll be using this rust color, also by Revell. I have something for Revell paints, I know. And I'm also doing thin layers, and I feel like I did a pretty decent job, although there are some color differences in some areas. Now I'll be doing lighter highlights with the colors on screen, and as you can see they are quite light there, and it will look really good in the end. Also some weathering paste. This is the first time using it, so please tell me if I'm using this correctly, since I had absolutely zero idea of what I was doing here. I just took it out of the bottle and then just hope that it goes in the right places and where I hope to. Maybe I should use a brush to apply this, I am not sure, so please, some tips would be very helpful. Now finally, to seal everything in before the decals, I will be using a matte varnish. These are the only decals that I actually need for the kit, and they all went on pretty nicely. I had no issues with them at all, and I feel like they were very good. And now the last stage of the building process, the actual weathering, which I use some oil paint, some washes, and then some earth colors to simulate mud. I removed all of the excess wash with a cotton swab. Here I'm applying some dots of my two oil paints that I own and to create some minor color variation and some streaking effects. This is after I applied the mud also, and that's it for the build. Time to get into the final photos. Thank you all so much for watching so far into this video, and if you're still here, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.